Um, how are you, my great people? This is FOREX over here. Welcome to another extensive night. Make sure you grab your coffee. Mine is here because we're going to have a lot of discussion tonight concerning Forex. We're going to have live market analysis. It's currently 1:47 a.m. I'm looking for the way to be up around 3 to 4 a.m. there when the Asian session officially opens, because that's what we are looking forward to trade. Right now, just doing pre-market. Session opens around 3 a.m. Kenyan time or East African time. So we have like an hour and 30 minutes to the market open, but we want to use this period to like go through the market and see what has so far happened during the day, and also be able to analyze some of the pairs that we trade. Now I trade most of the pairs. I mean forex pairs, and also trade a commodity that is our precious metal gold and some indices. So for now, I just want to go to run uh, chick checks on the commodity. I mean on the forex pairs, also the commodity, but we'll be trading gold during the Asian and also the Asian pairs as they move. So I hope you're going to have an interactive session throughout this particular period, and you're going to go out strong. So as I'm saying, make sure you grab your cup of coffee so that we keep on moving together. I don't know why my video is lagging. Let me see if we can solve this problem. I see the video is currently lagging a bit. Are we doing the right thing? Okay. Let me remove this fast. Um, okay, so we'll use another video plugin. I don't know if you have it here. Just a minute, guys. It's going to be a long, extensive session. At the same time, an interactive session for both of us. So I believe you're going to leave this video when you're blessed, and also you learn a lot of things. Now, of course, we have a challenge that we're doing, journey to 1 million by August 30th. We need to have made 1 million. So that's the challenge that we are doing, journey to 1 million. All right. I'm sure there's a PC that is connected that's telling me. Now the front one is very dark. We need to lighten a bit. Okay, let's see how this one takes us. So as I was saying, we are doing done at 1 million by August. So I want to believe all of you will be part and parcel. Let's take it further a bit from me. That's what I want to believe, that will be part and parcel of the journey. So okay, I think this is better off. Better to have this than nothing. So as I was saying, we are having a journey to first million. Um, I'll not be updating you of the progress though, but I just come here and tell you we have achieved or not. All right. But I'm looking forward for this month of July that we started. It's going to be a back-to-back late night streams. So if you are somebody who needs to lock in for this month, this is the best channel you need to be. All right. So if you subscribe, you shared, you are liking this live and also this channel, because I have only this month and August. From August, I'll come back to vlogs, lifestyle, and everything. Will be coming back in August. But for now, I'm going just to deal with a bit of these live streams and everything rotating that particular angle. But as time goes by, it's one of plug nine. All right. So those who are tuning in at this particular time, you're going to get an exclusive look into how I look at the markets, how I analyze the markets and everything that angle. It's a little bit cold, so and I'm also suffering from some cold, so allow me to put on my I don't know how to put this. This light is really disturbing me. Okay, guys, the new year ad. So having said that, so let's go to the chart and try to see what you can do on the chart. So otherwise, see on top, see on the chart. Let's see what we have on the chart. Let's have some meaningful discussions over there, and everything uh, shall be well. So this is my companion. For are you seeing my companion, guys? Where do I put it so that I can see? Oh, let's play this one. So this is my friend for tonight. I'm with, I think it's a her. I'm with her. It's a she. I mean, so I'm with her tonight. I don't know which companion do you have today, so make sure you are there. I have also a good company of coffee over here. A glass of water. I'll be sleeping a lot. And of course, I have this companion in case calls come. Just want to make sure that you're also okay. And the other thing that I want you to have, right? So we're going to go straight into our analysis. And I'm just going to go straight into our analysis. So when you see me blocking that, Joa kidogo, I want to block the light, the excess light that's coming from my camera on the other side. That's what I'm trying to but otherwise we are together. All right. So just blocking excess light coming from that phone, but we are together. I'm having some cold, guys, so you'll bear with me. Guys, I feel at this point you have just to bear with me. This light is too excess me. Yeah, like put it off. Okay. I hope you'll still see me. That's my hope. Kwamba I'll still be seen. Yeah, not bad. At least I'm seen. Yeah, at least so that I'm able to concentrate well without having effect of the light. Now let's look at the charts. And of course, I normally say when you get into the charts, there are a few things you want to make sure that are clearly there. Number one, you have to have your journaling, all right, where you're putting down your trades. And these are some of the trades that we've analyzed over yesterday. This actually was DBPCHF. I'm having my time frame here clearly noted. So maybe perhaps I just want to see how they've performed so far before going to the new trades. So that's GBPCHF. Let's look at how it has performed. Should be down here. Let's see how this one has performed so far. Um, so what happened to my protected low? My protected low was taken and price closed below it. Yeah. So it means we had a perfect market structure shift. All right. With a perfect market structure shift. All right. And from that one, this one becomes our protect, right? Means we don't want to see price closing again above this zone. Was perfectly, we've seen some kind of liquidity being swept. All right. And our only criteria is that we don't want to see price actually going beyond that zone to give us another market structure shift. All right. And market again is giving us a pattern and that an M pattern. You can see over here. We now swept the liquidity, so I can actually focus on this liquidity sweep over here. Let me deal with this one. This is the latest liquidity sweep. If you are seeing that, so I have a perfect liquidity sweep thereabout. So again, if you can have a close below this zone here, uh, I'll, I'll manage to enter this trade if I have a close below this zone. So my three rules is always, let me show you my three trading rules there. Allow, sweep liquidity, the way it has been swept, change in character, come to a fair value gap or a supply, you do what? Then we sell. Right? So if market comes and close below this zone here, then from the look of things, there'll be not much liquidity left, but just a small retracement to the zone. We can take our sales from around this zone or a zone of retest, because from the look of things, I can see there'll be not much liquidity left above it. Our stop loss will be just above here, assuming market retrace the way I'm seeing it retracing. Then can have your partials. If you're a person who take partial, can take your first partials here at 3 point, at least 3 RR, so 3.4, that should be fine. Right? But if you want to wait, you can also wait and take most of your profits down on this particular level. So much of it, you're still in the waiting period to see what happens. So we'll be interested in this trade when price actually closes below this particular zone. We'll be able to make some trades on that. And this is a pair that's not affected so much with the Asian session, so you might see some lagging maybe until the London open. But regardless, we'll wait to see that one happening. All right. So let's go to another reaction and see what happened next. Another pair that we really we did analyze today, it was, let me go to this GBP/USD, and you can see we had a pretty clear market structure in the daily time frame. We had a market structure shift, break of structure to the downside. Anytime you have this one, there's a lot of imbalance left over this place. And of course, technically looking forward to have a retracement to at least fill hata kama ni 50% of it. So that's technical direction we're looking forward to. And can see in the 4-hour time frame, price actually has came to this zone, which has actually acted like a resistance zone, but we really intended to see reaction there. This was the 1-hour channel that price was delivering to the resistance zone. The time was taking credit price is tapped, it tapped the zone again. So let's see what happened. That was GU. Let's see what happened in that particular market. So that was a 1-hour time frame that we're looking at. You can see clearly in the 1-hour time frame, price actually closed above the came to close above the 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 zone. Here price failed to see multiple times price had failed to close above the zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Around 10 times price failed to close above the zone. But this time around we had price pierced through the zone and closed above it. Of course, in that particular movement we'd expected, because if you look clearly here, let me just remove this channel. But if you look at the kind of structure that we're getting here, we had a break of structure to the downside over this particular place here, and now we had a a change of character or delivery, or whatever I would call it, and we're left behind with a very beautiful zone of demand of zone of demand here. We'll call it order block if you want, around this particular zone. So you can see price generally pushing to around this zone, and here you can clearly look for some buys pushing back to the zone and eventually delivering to our target zone over there. But others, again, this one remains our protected low. Again, if price breaks through this one, might have to change our mind and look for some sales together. But in this 1-hour time frame, I clearly see a market structure shift over here, break of structure, like that one. Now break of structure here, which is important, right? So that's what we'll be looking at. And this one again might not move a lot in the London in the Asian session. So it's a pair that I'm really expecting to have some reactions maybe later on in the London, but we'll wait to see what's going to happen there. Now on to our next one. Let's look at euro dollar. In the daily time frame, just like the pound, again it was delivering a very nice channel of downtrend, and now left us with a very good imbalance on, but we're really waiting to see how price would reacted. You can see I marked price was reacting at this 4-hour resistance zone, and I was really expecting a reactions down at this particular zone. Well, which is I targeted to see how price will react on this particular zone. So let us see what happened. It's a trade that I have not gotten entry yet. So my expectation actually from the 1-hour point of view, with a break of structure to this high. So this remained to be my high. Price has not closed yet above it. At this level as an inducement, I was looking forward for the price to come and really take out this inducement, land here before going up. But price did fly up without visiting my area. You can see also there's an alert had set there. So price really rallied up without visiting my area the way I wanted. But it's still valid setup because price has failed again to close above this zone, showing some strong resistance still on this zone. All right, I still showing me some strong resistance on this zone, of which if everything goes well also as well, we might take some shots. Might take some shots still to target this zone, which is about 50 pips. They normally target around 40 to 45 pips. Okay, so if you get some good entry criteria here in a lower time frame, maybe 15 minutes, you can take some shots over there, targeting those, because I really feel the price will have to come back to collect this liquidity before kind of moving. So if you get some good confirmations there, when price really wants to move, we can actually take some shots, right? But now what remains a lot here is a lot of patience. We need to have really confirmation that the price wants to come and mitigate this zone. But one thing that's for sure, price will really come. So if you can get a good entry, instead of waiting for, you can take advantage of that particular fall to this zone here. We together. So if you are just someone who trades anyhowly, I've given you a trade idea. Okay, look at the end up of those particular sales to that zone. All right, and that's going to be a very good and valid trade. Okay, because price reacting at a resistance zone, and you can clearly see what has happened there. Okay, I like sometimes to use a line chart. You can see clearly what has happened. See, price tested the zone, went down, came back to try to give us. So me, one thing I'm looking at is a close below this low. If actually prices close below this low, then I'll be convinced that we might go bearish. So this one actually acts as my protected low. So if price closes below this low here, if price actually closes below this low, if price closes below this low here, let me show you in the 30 minutes time frame. So if you have a close below this low, if you're going to have a close below this low here, then if price comes to close below it, I'd like to see price coming closing below it, then maybe retracing back to it to take some sales to this level. Okay, so that's where I can maybe take some sales to our levels. It's going to be a very nice one, but for now we're waiting for the price to like come and close below that, so that we are sure of what we are doing. All right, of course we'll see some special reaction on this zone. It is obvious to see some reactions here. It's obvious we'll see some reactions there, but our main aim, it is to see price collecting, and I've marked in the 1 hour, collecting that liquidity, that inducement. All right, so we still have something to trade, no problem on that. If we come on to the next one that we really looked at today, I'm not talking about this. Let me talk about the GBP card. Well, is this what I talked about? Oh no, this one, this one. Now, on this one, I think it's evident. It's evident. We're looking at it now. This is GBP card in the daily time frame. Clearly, price was reacting in this actually is a weekly time frame. Whatever you're seeing there, the daily time frame, we have marked this black line here. This is actually is a very strong resistance zone. If you check from the weekly perspective, it was a very strong zone. So if you come to the 4 hour time frame, you can see there's a breakout structure to the zone. And of course, when there's a breakout structure, we always expect a retracement. So this retracement actually is paired with the fact that the price is currently sitting at a strong resistance zone. So let's see what happened. That was GBP card. Clearly we had some reactions. We had some, you can see the zone is here, what I was expecting, break of structure, and we're really expecting to see if market can push to this zone, which is giving us actually a good pips, rather a good pip value, 90 pips or something. So I want to be very, very intentional with this particular push. So clearly, if you see, look at this market, you'd realize that with a real break of structure here, so it means when market actually took out this low here, uh, like that, you get what is referred to as a market structure shift that matter. And in time, I see a market. So you can see this one market was like this. Okay. I like to use this one to see if you can be able to show you clearly. Yeah, you see, market came. Now we have okay. Market structure shift. I was waiting to see market reacting to the zone over there, maybe an order block or something. Let's see if that makes it going to be very clear. Or I'd marked here. I had marked here. Such a shift, which happened surprisingly. Uh, like that. So the next thing was actually to mark an order block. Again, it was supposed to be somewhere here. And you see the price really reacted sharply on the order block. This actually is an entry that we really missed because price really played out so well. So far would be plotting in around 30. We got to floating. Actually, it was that give us equal to pay a very nice assuming we got to may enter upper as supposed to be, and our stop loss just be above here. Look, though they're floating something like 5 RR, but yeah, so we missed that. So what are we expecting now? I'm now expecting to see price closing. This becomes my draw of liquid, So I want to see price really coming to close below this zone. Price now has to close below this zone to give me a break of structure, rather a new break of structure from the market structure shift. Then if it traces back a little bit, can take more shells from that. That's how funny trading is, by the way. If you miss an entry, you don't force a trade, you wait for another entry. All right. So I think these are some of the reactions of the trades that I was looking at today. Well, there are two more. Let's see on USD card. These are a couple of the trades that we've been looking at today. USD card again, it reached a point where there's more of resistance, because I think it's high time to add more tea, more coffee. Let us add. We're going up after coffee, so I hope you guys have your own coffee. If you're joining us for this night, and I hope you guys are not going to work, because we need some time to rest. A good brother needs a good time to sleep. All right. So we had you can see the reaction. Actually, it's in more kind of reactions of that particular zone, and I was expecting to see maybe a little bit of a retracement and maybe take few bucks from there. Let's see what happened. But see, this actually was kind of also a missed trade, because if you look at the entry, we're expecting to take some sales over here once we get a confirmation from this zone. So let's have our reaction and see. If price gives me everything I normally look at before entering, first of all, price gave me what I normally like to see. It is a liquidity sweep. There was a sweep. All right, so let's put there was a liquidity sweep. Good. Then there was a market structure shift. Okay. Now, why did I miss this entry? After the market structure shift, I personally expected this point. I really expected to have take my entry from this fair value gap here. That was my expectation. I really wanted to take my entry from this fair value gap according to my system. So this is a fair value gap in this time frame. So I really want to take my entry off this fair value gap. So I would have taken my sell position, assuming it was here. My stop loss, would be just above the fair value gap, and TP I was targeting these lows. So clearly more than 5 RR would have been banged in that, but that's trading. That is trading once your entry criterion are not met. So that is it. You don't force. I mean, you don't do anything. So I'm still looking for the price might come to play around on this area if it ever comes to. It's still a valid setup because price has not mitigated it yet. And I believe those kind of a news happening over here if you're watching the USD at that particular time. But of course, a reaction again, we have a sweep. We have a sweep there. So let's see. Let's see if price will really push to this zone. And the good thing is the your trading is only buying and selling. So you can also still see if you can be able to capitalize this move. 32 pips, okay, but way below my target number of pips. But anyway, that was what I was actually looking at. So I can do it with you and say maybe a reaction video on it. So let's have a reaction on it because this is still a valid setup. So that's how you do it. Come and maybe say reaction in the M30. Reaction in the M30. To-do list. We come here and say liquidity sweep. Go and say MSS, FVG stroke OB. So was there liquidity sweep? Yes. Was there a market structure shift? Yes. Was there a retracement to the fair value gap or order block? No. Trade was not taken until that one is done. Okay. So that's how you do it. No rush. So I think I've taken you through all Okay, let's see the precious metal. In the daily time frame, gold we don't really it's a volatile metal, so daily time frame is not my primary time frame a lot. I don't focus there so much. But clearly you can see with just a break of structure, it means an a downtrend. And these are the zones that actually was looking at. The swing high and the swing low. So I was really looking at that particular daily profile between the swing high and the swing low. If you come to the 4 hour time frame, you can see clearly as market was coming down with a series of, we call this lower lows, lower highs, something like that. A liquidity sweep. So again, I was still expecting to have this range of trading. 1 hour was not that different, but let's see what price did eventually. You can see price has really been operating with this within this ecosystem. And one thing that I've learned with gold, and I want you to be observing it so much, or so many, it happens many of the times. Anytime you see, I'm giving you a simple secret with gold. Anytime gold sweeps a low or a high, most of the time gold goes to the next opposing high or low. That's one thing I've really seen happening with gold most of the time. Anytime it sweeps a high or a low, it always goes to the next one to sweep again. So look what happened here. Gold swept this low. I did not capture this trend, by the way, because it happened at around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. thereabout Asian of yesterday. So it went straight to sweep another high. Sorry, which is evident here in the 1 hour time frame. I mean in the 30 minutes time frame. Sweeps goes to, so this high has been swept from here. So if you keep an eye on gold, what it might do today, in this Asian session, itaenda kuingia the next few minutes from now, tumuma tumeshaingia, let's see, no tujaingia, tuko hapo katikati. So the next thing gold is going to do, probably gold might rush again to take this high, this low, I mean. It might actually come up, but because right now we are reacting actually in an area of let me show you in a very nice drawing. We are really reacting in an area of a great imbalance to this zone. Let me delete this guy here. That's what actually is carrying gold. It's carrying gold. And I already see myself taking some few trades, targeting this low. Hii nitanga zile trades za kulala. They're not so much professional trades, but I really believe gold is going to drop to this level 39.76 from where it is right now. 39.76. That's why I see gold dropping, because historically, if I look at what I'm seeing here, assuming this in masaa tunaangalia gold sana, we're focusing on this movement. We want to take most of time on gold. So assuming this was a break of structure, let's just mark it break of structure to the upside with a break of structure to the upside. What happened here? This now. The price is this one here going to be our market structure shift. market structure, shift. All right, and market tried to push up but failed at this level. Because even how it was approaching this low. So in a funny way, maybe let's look and try to okay, let me do this so that we are on the same page. Let us utilize this to our low over here. Okay, let's come back here. See, market close below. Yeah. So, and the way market is behaving, I'm really looking at seeing a scenario of having a whole short to here, and we can end up with a very tight stop loss around there from what I'm seeing. Market might really push to this level. Market might really push to this level. That is around 49.6 about around, be safe, maybe 39.82. So but this should be a cautious entry because gold being gold can do anything. Gold inaweza amua ikuje close below it. Gold can decide fast kwanza iwafagie kuje ikilie imbalance huku before doing this. So to understand, so gold, unless we see the real move happening, anything can happen because again I'm seeing a lot of imbalances hapo juu. So if you are looking at this pair, don't sell blindly. Gold can really trap you, but you're looking at that possibility. And again, and it will be very, very sweet if actually gold responds to this zone fast. It will be very sweet. If gold targets to come and respond to this zone, if that's what gold will do, responding to this zone fast before coming here, I'm telling you, we will be need to be made millionaires right away. People need take note NFPs on Thursday, so we have only today, NFPs tomorrow. Let's see how gold behaves in that particular angle. If we close below, if we close above this zone, let me again mark it. We have a special zone here that gold is seemingly reacting to. So if gold managed to come and close above this zone, you might see it reacting back with here. Or if it fails and close below here, then you might see gold doing what? Going down. So it's important that I give out those two scenarios so that we see what to do. All right. So that anything can happen at this particular moment, by the way, with gold. There is no clear directions of where it wants to go, but anything can happen at this particular moment. Let's wait and see. Maybe around 4 p.m., 4 a.m. maybe tutakuwa tumepata very clear directions of gold and where it wants to go. But for now, that is it. All right, that is it for gold. That is it for gold. So let's put here M15 time frame, M15 time frame. Um, Now, one thing we'll not do, will not put at buy limit here and sell limit. No, that now becomes gambling. All right. Tunaweka buy limit huku, sell limit on the other side. Pure gambling. All right. 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 That's okay. So let's go to other pairs that we had not analyzed. Maybe we analyze two more for today, and we meet again early in the morning. Just take a small power nap and meet again at 4 a.m. So let's analyze one, maybe two more. I'm thinking of doing Euro NSD. Let's go with Euro NSD. So that you people can see my step by step thinking process when I'm analyzing these markets. So Euro NSD, of course, it starts from the daily time frame. I'm a day trader, and this day time frame, I want to show you something. I'm not even interested on what has been happening at Nangalia viewers. I don't know, they don't care about those things. I just peep chungulia in the weekly time frame and see maybe something. In the weekly time frame, you'd realize that we are in a perfect downtrend. But of course, that's not going to count because yeah, that's too large for me to look at it. Like, you understand? It's too large. It's too heavy. It's too heavy for me, so that does not count. Does not count. Weekly time frame does not count with me. But anyway, I'm trying to look at some of the key levels in the weekly time frame where we are currently lying at. Those are key level. Price broke through it. Okay, broke through it. Nothing much there. Are we reacting at any weekly time frame? Probably yes, because kind of a resistance zone over here. Okay, that's fine by me. So if we come to the daily time frame, what do we see? Something becomes again clear. Price has actually been moving, breaking this zone. So we've been in a more of an uptrend over the past few days. Actually, from the start of June, the whole of last month, price has been kinda bullish. Understand me? So we can mark here. No need to do markings there already because it's clear. So the Euro NSD will come here and say daily time frame. Daily time frame. Then I paste my diagram there. And of course, see that we've been bullish over the last month. Over the last month, we've been bullish. Yesterday, we experienced a bearish move coming into play. So let's see how this goes in the 4-hour time frame. Let's see how this goes in the forward time frame. If you go to the forward time frame, okay, this bullish move has been consistent. Okay, yeah, but our interest is on the last move. That's actually where our interest is. If you look at the last move, clearly we had a market, a liquidity sweep. When you look at that, a liquidity sweep clearly. So anytime there's a liquidity sweep, I look for this as a market structure shift. Shawambia my two-step thought process for reversal. The shift. My expectations for my enemy is we have a price reacting to this fair value gap. So I'm having a gap or an area of imbalance that I'm currently looking forward for the market to react from. Are we together? Now, let's see if you can take advantage of some buys here to the zone. It's possible because that's 7 pips. It's possible you can take advantage of buys to the zone if we get clear entries. Sawa sawa. But otherwise, look where price actually is reacting from. Again, this is a strong area. It's a strong area with a lot of rejections. A lot of rejections. So again, let's put this one in our chart. In our Notion. I'm using this Notion, where I'm putting all my analysis here. It's called Notion. Just go and use website. You put your trades the way you want to put them. So we've been bullish over the last month, but yesterday experienced a bearish coming into play. A bearish momentum. Bearish momentum coming into play. Okay, you speak much there. If you go to 1 hour, what's happened? That is become clearer. So 1 hour is very preservative with its structure. Okay, let's use this one now. Can you clearly see from where I marked? We had a breakout structure. We had a breakout structure here. This one tells us that there was a breakout structure. That's what that means telling us. Indeed, there was a breakout structure. But finally, market broke the structure. Market broke that structure fairly. Okay. And the market breaks the structure. We expect to refine these. Let us refine this our area of interest a bit. First of all, we have an extreme order block here. The price did not react. So we might see some buys still to the zone. We might see some buys to the zone, but we have need to get a clear market structure from this zone here. See, this zone actually is a very important zone. Look at the multiple rejections and the testings we've had on this particular zone. Testing. So we really want to see a good reaction actually happening from this zone, and I'd appreciate if you can get a liquidity sweep, market structure shift, fair value gap, and you can take some buys actually to the zone. All right. So that is it. Trading made simple, right? So guys, how am I going to make 1 million in 2 months? Right now I'm trading a 50k account in phase one, and I'm looking forward to pass phase one and phase two in 1 month. Telling me how possible that would be, but I know it will be possible, right? So they will aim for just a 20% payout. You can split it into 10 in 2 months, in 1 month. So it's possible. Anything that you dream is possible, bro. Okay, let's put it here. Just simple like that, and we have marking for that. Which one else do you think we should look at? Oh yeah. Let's look at GBP, JPY. It is part of what I trade. Daily, daily time frame. Go to GBP. This one is just nice. Let me see something on this there. Hey, this one actually had a very nice setup on this, and actually we were planning to hit this TP, and it really performed well. Although I missed this trade, I was supposed to enter around here. My take profit was here. My stop loss was just below it. Okay, it's fine. Happens. Let's see at GBP JPY finally. Then we'll continue later in the day. I mean, not later in the day. We'll continue later this morning. From the daily time frame, what comes straight into your mind? That finally, this one has approached a good key level, a supply zone. Simple, simple. My mind thinks of nothing but more of an investment. Okay, just simple. When price approach a key zone like that, there's always a reaction. Hata kama ni 30 pips, even if it's 30 pips, always take note of that. All right. So price has approached a key zone. So we expect a reaction onto the key zone. And one of the directions would be sweeping liquidity above this. And that's the most reaction that I want to see, actually, sweeping liquidity. Then a retracement. Then finally, if it's breaking above, it's something we'll discuss later. But for now, we're interested to see that sweeping. All right. If you come to 4-hour time frame, what has just happened? The liquidity has been swept. Tukiingia hapo, liquidity has been swept. What are the current regions we are looking at? Looking at this level over here. So if you allow me, guys, allow me to remove this thingy here, so that we don't end up confusing ourselves, and we put our focus somewhere here. We don't need to have a lot of these shenanigans. We just put it here. Just there. So of course we have this W pattern plus so chances are very likely might see this 69 pip movement. All right. Mhm. So we can say 4-hour time frame. We paste here. So what are we seeing? Number one, it is to say that liquidity above swept and closed below. Closed below. But we have W pattern completion. So we anticipate price to complete the W pattern by reacting back at the neckline, which also considered necklines is here. Acts is paired with this demand zone here. All right. So here we just need to get entry confirmation. Most probably a close below this zone, but it will be interesting if you get a liquidity sweep, but a close below this zone can take us through. If price close below the zone, maybe reactions on this side can get through to buy there. So that's something that we're really waiting to see how everything would happen in that regard. So guys, it's been a true one. I hope to see you today. Just resting for like 1 hour, 30 minutes or 1 hour. So we'll be back. 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 So see you guys at 4 a.m. After the 4 candlestick has closed. So see you at 4 a.m. We're gonna do this, right? So let's take a quick rest. We meet at 4 a.m. We see how our friend here would have behaved. We see his intention, but let's meet at 4 a.m. So have a good night.